service line. So pleased overall.
So a great way to start the season for you guys, 1-0. Coming up next week, we've got the triangular here with Minden and Chase County. Should be a good one coming up next week.
Yeah, it's up at the college there, and it should be a good one. Minden, and obviously they were state champions in C1 last year, lost quite a bit, but they still have quite a few pieces that played for them, and told Rich quite often they had to practice against those girls for 3 years now. So their team's seen a lot of hard hits from their graduating classes the last few years. So they'll be a good team, and Chase County's a solid team. They returned quite a bit as well. So it should be a good night. Try so you kind of come out fast and see if you can get that first set so that you put the pressures on the other teams. So that's what we're going to go out and do. And then our JV will play at the high school on that night as well. So
first volleyball season, hard and fast, kind of like every other fall sport, and you guys got a lot of matches coming up here later on in the season.
Yeah, we kind of are a slow starting schedule compared to a lot of schools. A lot of schools have a tournament this first weekend, and we do Lex and then our try, and then we kind of take a week off, which I don't mind. Just gets you a chance to look at a few things before that next week. But then we go Ogallala Holdridge, which are two really good teams. Then it gets hectic. It will be Tuesday, Thursdays, or Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays mixed in there, and you're playing games all the time. So,
got a good group of girls on your team. I think good numbers overall, so it's a great group to work with.
Yeah, it has been good. Yeah, we have 29 out, so it's been a good group of numbers. We have quite a few freshmen out, so able to have a pretty good team there, and then reserve JV able to get some good girls there and some playing time. So
that's head coach Trevor Hoynes of McCook High School. We'll come back. We'll talk with the Minden coach Julie Radke. Talk about the Whippets, Class C1 state champs last year. They're off to a 4-0 start. That's coming up here shortly on Kicks 96.1.
Allison just won a popularity contest.
Oh, thank you.
You're almost as popular as the Runza Southwest Chicken Salad.
Oh, what? Because it has crispy chicken, shredded cheddar, tortilla strips, taco seasoning, and salsa?
And Southwest Ranch. And yes,
I'd be more popular if I came with Southwest Ranch.
we all would. Come get the Southwest Chicken Salad at Runza today. Because Runza makes it all better.
Stop by Runza, North Highway 83 in McCook.
Tomorrow is about the lessons we learn today. A farmer's market teaches us that community is grown together. Kids laughing shows us how joy is easy. And coffee on the porch reminds us to savor every moment. These are the lessons that shape a tomorrow we all share. One filled with trust, good company, and wide open dreams. That's the way banking should be. And that's Pinnacle Bank. Member FDIC.
Behavioral health services can be found close to home. Community Hospital Behavioral Health offers services for adults and children, including counseling and medication management right here in McCook. Conditions treated include depression, anxiety, ADHD, PTSD, and more. Call 308-344-8280 for an appointment, 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Monday through Thursday. We're your community hospital. Advanced care, always there.
At Horizon Bank, they believe banking should feel personal and powerful. Whether you're opening your first savings account or financing your dream home, their friendly team is there to help every step of the way. From checking and savings to loans for the life's biggest moments, they've got you covered. Visit them at 312 West 1st in McCook or horizonbankne.com and experience a community bank that puts people first. Horizon Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, your goals, your passion.
Bison volleyball coverage continues here on Kicks 96.1 before McCook and Minden here in just a little bit from the Graf Event Center. Minden, wow, they were fun to watch last year, C1 state champs. They lost some good seniors to graduation, Coach Julie Radke, but over the summertime developed some more kids, some JV kids moving in new roles as varsity kids. You got a couple of still veteran players here. Good start of the season. You like what you see so far?
Yeah, I would agree with that. We're figuring some things out with our rotations, and we obviously have a veteran setter in Mila Emery and a 3-year starter in Rebecca Lemke that have kind of took over the leadership reins, and so, yeah, it's doing well.
That was nice. If you're going to have
anyone back, it's always nice to have a setter back, isn't it?
For sure.
But you've got some other kids, I'm sure, that played, practiced against all these girls for the last couple of years and have played some good volleyball at times, maybe more in a JV role than a varsity role, but you know darn well, hey, we can still play with these kids.
Absolutely. We have our left side in Kaylee Carr, who's a sophomore. So, yeah, she practiced against them last year. She's doing really well. We have a libero that's a senior, so she's stepped into that role and done a really good job, McKenna Anderson.
But there's a lot of girls. Yeah, there was a lot. I'm sure a lot of position battles going into this year, weren't there?
Not necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
I would say not necessarily, just because we only have 24 kids out, and so just kind of knew where kids would fit and needed some height, and so our younger kids don't have a ton of height yet. So I wouldn't say necessarily that there have been some position battles, but just figuring out what position works best for kids is probably more so the issue. We're running a 6-2 still, and so Mila's doing some hitting for us as well, and so we have a sophomore setter that stepped in and Tori Hansen and into that role, and we also have a middle hitter that's a sophomore, Allie Cedarberg, that she's really strong. She's done a nice job because we lost 2 big middles last year, so.
I'm sure it was good to have the summer months where you got a chance to get these girls together, take them to some team camps, probably a top 10 camp or something like that. Really, it was good to get these girls together, have a chance before you actually started the fall practice, wasn't it?
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of a necessity. I think especially when you lose that many seniors, we needed some time this summer, and the girls did a good job of buying into that. And I think we played at 4 different team camps, and so that definitely allowed us to figure out, positionally speaking, where we needed to put kids, but also it allowed them time to gel, allowed us time to figure out things that we really needed to focus on when practices started.
4-0 so far, first 3 or sweep. You did have a 3-setter battle with Adams Central, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a great battle. Actually, the match before Nebraska Christian was a really good battle. We won both of those in extra points, like 28-26, 26-24. So that was really good and we were down in both of those, and so it was really good to see our kids fight through some of those things, some match points, and they just kind of gritted it out. And then, the Adams Central game, we really did not play very well the second set, and they served us really tough, and our kids just didn't lose confidence coming into that third set, and they just kind of stayed the course, so it was great.
Head coach Julie Radka of Minden High School. We will take a break. We'll check the starting lineups, come back with the start of this game, McCook and Minden. Coming up from the Graf Event Center shortly on Kicks 96.1.
Hi, this is Danny with Tobias Dental Care. Have you been told that you need a root canal or an extraction and that you'll have to go out of town to have it done? Dr. Tobias has been doing these procedures for over 25 years, and he may be able to save you from the inconvenience of having to travel out of town. Call us today at 345-1510 or stop by and make an appointment at 411 West 5th Street in McCook. And remember, at Tobias Dental Care, we make it easy for you to smile.
MNB, there is a difference. MNB. At MNB Bank, banking feels like home. Built on trust, powered by community, and designed for you. With hassle-free checking and savings, secure mobile banking, and real support from real people, banking has never been easier. Open your account today. Fast, easy, and 100% local, just like us. MNB Bank, there is a difference. Member FDIC. MNB, there is a difference. MNB.
And we're broadcasting live and direct from McCook Community College Graf Event Center, Kicks 96.1, highplainsradio.net, or KICX app, and the Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. McCook High School Bison volleyball. Gosh, I already said softball. Almost said football for crying aloud. Rich Barnett, Mark Searcy is here. Ready for a little volleyball, huh?
Yeah, ready to rock and roll here with some volleyball action. It's always a good triangular with Minden coming to town along with Chase County, so the three teams will play each other. And looking forward to a great matchup. We start things off with McCook and Minden. Of course, Minden, two-time C1 state champ.
Yeah.
They've had a lot of great players over the years. Graduated a very talented senior class. It'll be interesting to see what they bring back this year. And McCook got off to a nice start in their season with the win over Lexington, and hoping to have another good outing here tonight.
Yeah, Whippets looked really, really good last year. We did the triangular last year, and they just kept on going. I think they had one or two losses, one or two. Yeah. It happens. Gothenburg was really good last year. That was kind of a nice little Southwest Conference rivalry. And they'll get Coach Radkus in the pregame. The Broken Bows, Ogallala's better this year. They might be the team to watch there in the Southwest Conference, along with Cook's off to a good start as well. So, but they've got a couple of girls, and Miley Emery, and also back Rebecca Limka, another senior, plays back row for him. A couple of girls that did play a lot last year. So, and a lot of these girls have practiced against all those big-time hitters over the years, so darn well they played against the best.
Yeah, when you play those good players, it makes you better, and that's what they experienced the last couple of years, being the reserve players. Now they got to step up into the varsity roles and see if they can be the girls and come out here and do a great job on the floor for their head coach, Ratcup.
A good measuring stick from McCook. Good measuring stick. Lady Bison swept Lexington. They were expected to do that. They will get two tough matches with Minden and a Chase County team that we've been looking for their first win coming up in match number 2 and 3 under new head coach Kinsey Wonderly. They've got some kids back. So Coach Hoynes, then they don't have any tournaments until the McCook tournament. Regular season, they play Tuesday, Thursday, I think, and then they get into weekend tournaments. So they've got some tough ones here. They got Holdridge and Ogallala next week, and then the McCook tournament.
Yeah, they're definitely going to kind of find out where they stand with these next few matchups in their schedule. As Coach Hoynes talked about, McCook's always start a little slower, don't play quite as many games, and then they ramp it up at the end of the season. But it gives them a good opportunity to work on things, have some practice time, and this will be a good measuring stick for his squad, as you said, here against Minden and also Chase County. All
right, Lady Bison, their lineup, they will go their primary setter is senior Karsten Porter. She's been there and done that for the last couple of years, setting that ball for her hitters. The middles inside, Morgan Griffin, the junior. Abby Renner, the senior. Outside, we'll see Callie Crawford, the junior. Also, Jaylee Walgren, the senior. Jalen Kuykendall, will hear her name a lot as well. Their libero is Bailey Foster. I was wondering what Bailey was. She played kind of all the way around last year as an outside, but she's got the libero jersey on, so she's strictly back row for this one.
Yeah, it is kind of a different lineup for her to be a part of, but going to be the libero this game here for the Bison.
The hitters for Minden, Miley Emery, we talked about her. She is our leading. Oh, we got our national anthem. Everybody just started looking at me. Back with the start next on Kicks 96.1.
Capital, here for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Rich and Mark back here at the Graph Event Center. We're talking about Minden, their lineup. Miley Emery, Mark is averaging 5+ kills a set early in. So you think she's their go-to?
I think so.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. We'll also hear the likes of sophomore Allie Cedarberg. She's a young middle. They got 2 middles. They're both sophomores. Bailey Freeze, number 50. And we don't have any heights. I hate it when they don't put heights in here, dang it. Kaylee Carr is a sophomore outside. Their libero is McKenna Anderson. And they go to a 6'2". They were a 6'2". Victoria Hanson will be the sophomore center. So you're looking at sophomores. They got 4 sophomores plus the 2 seniors in that lineup.
Yeah, pretty young squad here for Coach Radka, but it feels like their players are ready to step up, and we'll see that here tonight, see what they can do.
Our Bison volleyball coverage here on Kicks 96.1 and our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel is brought to you by Community Hospital, Horizon Bank, Tobias Dental, MMB Bank, some of our great sponsors along with Runza, Pinnacle Bank Community Hospital, some of our great sponsors helping us out. Again, we're on our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel as well. So you can watch all 3 matches. We'll have the Bison games on Kicks 96.1 and our YouTube matches. We'll go back to music on Kicks 96.1 for the Chase County Minden game, YouTube coverage only, and come back with McCook and Chase County in the nightcap with both radio and YouTube coverage. Mark's doesn't really have a chance to rest his voice. He better rest a little bit because he's got back-to-back games Thursday and Friday, a couple of big ones on the Hawk, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, Rich, I got Maywood Hay Center hosting Mullen on Thursday, and then a big one in Class D1, top 10 ranked teams, Dundee County Stratton hosting Bridgeport, who upset North Platte St. Pat's last week.
Wow, when you saw that score, what'd you think?
I knew they had a good team, but I didn't know if they could do that. So
a little bit of a shocker, huh?
Yeah.
Victoria Henson, the good serve, back row pass is going to go backwards off the hand of Jaylee Walgren. Ace serve. Thanks to Mark, he remembers to keep that score on the YouTube channel because I always forget it's 1-0 on the ace serve. Boy, college volleyball over the weekend. You watch? I know you and I both watched a ton of that, didn't we?
Yeah, we sure did. Kentucky and Nebraska was an interesting match for sure.
Exactly right. Walgren, good first pass. Porter worked the middle to Renner and avoided the block and dumps it down right in front of McKenna Anderson, libero, and we're tied at 1 apiece.
Yeah, a couple blockers there, just kind of touched right over the defender's hands, down for the kill. So a nice job there in the front row.
Did you watch Penn State TCU yesterday?
Just a little bit, and then I saw the final score.
Yeah.
So
TCU, speaking of ace, had like 12 or 13 ace serves in that game. It's unreal. Porter, big serve on the 1-1 tie. It's going to be set here near side. Miley Emery down, not quite down the line. They worked the middle of the floor a little bit, but Bailey Foster right in front of Bailey. It's 2-1 Minden.
Yep, nice swing there on the left side and a good swing to get it down for the kill. And Minden now up.
Okay, they have 3-2. Is that Mr. Nichols working the scoreboard over there? Is that, I think it should be 2-1. We haven't had 5 serves.
I didn't think so either.
Yeah, keep your score because I'm sure we're right and he's wrong. The good first pass by Crawford. Porter far side. Big swing, not a big swing. Cooking all that time. Kind of whiffed at it a little bit, and it's now 3-1 Minden.
Yep, that's what it should be. So they kind of mistimed the jump there. She was going up for it and missed it, but another point here for the Whippets.
Tracy Fisher's over there. I know she's going to keep those guys in line. Back to serve Rebecca Lemke. Good serve right in front of, once again, Callie Crawford couldn't keep the pass up that time. An ace serve, and it's 4-1 Minden.
Yep.
Oh, they got it right.
Just got to ask us, Rich. We know what's going on.
4-1 ball game.
Tough serving here early,
yeah.
Rich, for Minden.
Lemke, the lefty back there. On the good serve, right there is Foster. Porter's there, worked the middle this time. Renner reaches back and it goes off a tip. Went out of bounds off Victoria Henson backwards, and the Bison get a much-needed point.
Yeah, much-needed point to get a little momentum back here, and a nice swing, able to get it high off the hands and down for the kill.
Callie Crawford back to serve for the first time. Head coach Trevor Hoynes looking to go 2-0 on the season. Minden coming off a invite win. Had a tough 3-setter against Adams Central. Back set, kind of a tough pushover by Emery. Chance for McCook. Now Porter shoots across court. Now to Walgren. Cross court kills on the wing. Good. Right from the back line. It's a 4-3 Minden lead.
Great placement for that attack back in line there. Great play. And another point here for the Bison.
A lot of returnees back from McCook this year. I mean, a ton of experience back. That's what's got Coach Hoynes excited. Callie Crawford, the good serve. Good back row pass. Hanson worked the middle this time to Emery. A little roll shot back. Corners open that time. I thought she'd whack a wide that time, to be honest with you. And it's a 5-3 Minden lead.
Yeah, she kind of mistimed it and just kind of a fluke play there, but it got the back corner here. Another kill there for Minden. Yeah. And now at 5-3.
Yeah, Emery's got her fair share of swings already in this first set. Yeah. It's early on, 5-3. McKenna Anderson, the libero back at the service line. Deep serve, Crawford. Good first pass to Porter. Far side, Walgren blocked the play, and a solid block by Ali Cedarberg, the sophomore middle that time with a big block, and it's 6-3.
Yeah, I got those hands straight up and just able to get the block right back across the net and down for the stuff block.
Or is it 7-3? You got it right?
Oh, yeah, I got 7-3. Unless I missed something, but
I don't think we've missed one yet. Anyway, McCann Anderson back at the service line. Whippets lead early. Knuckleball serve. Crawford hit it straight up. Pass by Foster. Far side Walgren. Back row picked up nicely. It's going to be Hansen. Shoots it across side. Emery down the line. There's a hammer from the left side front row. Points good. They've got 7-3. Timeout, Coach Trevor Hoynes. Bison need to talk about it. We're back to the Graph Event Center here shortly on Kicks 96.1. Rich and Mark back here at the Graph Event Center. We're gonna, I guess, go with 7-3. Even though Mark, you've hit unless you double tapped it, double tapped it on that on the team score there. I don't know. They got 7-3, so we'll go with 7-3. But early timeout, Coach Hoynes doesn't want this thing to get away, does he?
Yep, exactly. You want to call that timeout early, get some momentum back, and hopefully get a good serve receive here and a chance to run their offense here as Minden's been serving really tough, and Emory's had a good start to this match.
Yeah, Bison get their offense going. They've had a couple of times with Walgren. It's been okay, but lately their passing has not been great. Shoots on the 10-foot line, Walgren. Good cut that time, but a good dig by Minden. Emory gets another chance. Donut, nice good cover up by Walgren, and can't be saved by Porter. Kuykendall was there as well. Karsten went for it. Off her hand, out of bounds. It's now 8-3 Minden in the opening first set.
Interesting, Rich. Both teams wearing white. I thought somebody had to be.
That's true. That's true. Usually somebody wears the red or purple or something like that. Good dig by Foster on the serve that time. Back set tapped over. Good save that time by Minden. Hansen back set goes in the net. In the net, Kaylee Carr, one of her few swings, the Bison get a point. It's 8-4.
Yeah, attacking error that time right into the net. So a break there for the Bison. Let's see if they can get on a little run here as Bailey Foster goes back to serve for the Bison.
Look at that volleyball stud right there in Jody Sheets. She could get out there and still whip everybody out here. I fully believe that. I fully believe that, even though she'll disagree with me. Nice dump over that time by Emory, avoided the block. Nobody covered for McCook that time. It's 9-4.
Yeah, had a double block up there, and Emory just right over the top of the defender's hands. Nobody home on the defensive side for the Bison, so side out and Minden to serve it.
Don't let that knee sleeve deceive you, Mark. I mean, she just wearing that, I don't know why, just for decoration or something like that. Porter, cross court, good shoot. That Walgren had a good look at it, but shot it out of bounds wide, long out of bounds. Whippets up by 6 again, 10-4.
Yeah, just the right idea there, just a little too hard on the attack, and went long, and another point here for the Whippets.
Got a lot of volleyball coverage. Of course, Bison volleyball. We got the RPAC we're going to be covering here down the line. Emory on the good serve. Walgren's right there. Porter back set here, and Kuykendall gets just kind of tapped it over. Chance for Minden right here. Setting the work the middle this time. Emory is now setting as Porter shoots it back over, and a chance for Minden right here. Emory will set it up near side. Dumped over, tapped over by Carr. Second pass hit over by Griffin that time. A dumper by Emory, blocked by Griffin, and they're going to call that, they called it 2 hits, and there's your new rule that time.
But did it go over? I guess it did.
Yeah, on the second.
Okay.
So the new rule, push it over on 2. You're going to get called.
Okay.
Which, whatever. Good serve, good dig that time by Crawford. Porter, bump set, Walgren, little roll shot picked up by Emory. Bump set by Anderson. Carr roll shot, dug by Walgren, not high enough that time for anybody to keep it alive. It's 12-4 Minden in the first. Coach Horn's going to burn that final time out. 12-4 Whippets. We're back to the McCook Community College Graph Event Center next on Kicks 96.1.
MNB
Rich and Mark back here at the McCook Community College Graph Event Center. Bison trying to stay close, Mark, trying to stay close, but passing game. Minden's not doing not flashy by no means, but not making mistakes. McCook passing, errors, letting balls hit, and that's why it's an 8-point game right now.
Yep, and Coach Hoynes desperately trying to get something going momentum-wise and burned his final timeout, so he's got none left in his pocket, so the Bison girls got to do it on the floor here the rest of the way.
Miley Emery back at the service line. Good first pass by Walgren. Porter back to Jilly. Far side taps over block. It's tapped. Sent back over by Minden. Porter go back sent. Kukendall will get a swing off a block and can't be dug. Nice effort that time by Minden by Miley Emery. Could not get it dug. Nice job that time by Jalen Kukendall, the junior, with a good swing.
Yeah, Kukendall with a nice swing there. Able to get it down for a much-needed kill and a much-needed side out here for the Lady Bison.
First look at Emma McConville, the young freshman back row player. We'll check in at service line. Bison needs a run of points, 12-4, 12-5 actually. Overpass Minden, chance for McCook. Porter works the middle of Griffin off a block. Kind of swiped it off a block that time, and it falls at 12-6.
That's kind of set, pushed it, and got it off the hands and down for the kill. So it doesn't matter how it happens as long as you get the point, and that's what she did on that kill.
12-6, Bison cut into this lead a little bit. McConville, good serve. They'll set up working on a big slam and big swing that time. Ali Cedarberg working the middle that time off the tape, and it falls. It's 13-6.
The sophomore Cedarberg, was a nice swing by her, and side out to the Whippets, up 13-6, as you said.
Again, a couple of seniors and a lot of promising sophomores playing for Minden this year. 4-0 start for the Whippets so far. Good first pass by Crawford. Porter back set by Walgren, and Jaylee sent it wide out of bounds. Point Minden, they've got the 2 points right back. It's 14-6.
Yeah, nice cross-court attempt, but just a little too wide on the attack, so it goes out of bounds. Another attacking error for the Bison.
Back at the service line, Kaylee Carr for Minden. Back row pass by Crawford. Porter right there with the middle of the side of Griffin off a block. Morgan's coming through with the back-to-back kills for her, and it's 14-7.
Yeah, great swing off the hands. Tooled it off the block and down for the kill, so Bison cutting into it. Down by a touchdown, Rich, 14-7.
Jilly Walgren back at the service line, the senior, 3-sport athlete. Does a super job in all 3 of those sports. Good serve down the line a little bit. Emery will set it up, work the middle. They work that outside, lefty outside. Good dig by Foster that time. Good swing by Crawford, and we have a net violation against Minden. Minden should have let that swing. It would have went long out of bounds, but elected to take it. Nevertheless, Minden in the net. It's 14-8. Could be the first of a couple of matches with Minden. Of course, they wouldn't see again, I think, until the Southwest Conference tournament. Big pass, swing over, and chance of McCook right here with Porter. Far side, Callie Crawford off a block, and Minden kept it alive. Wow. Nice dig. We're still playing. McConville will go first pass to Porter. It's going to be Griffin again. A swing, dug up. Nicely done by Emery. Emery in the back row attack on the third chance. McConville in a good dig. Porter far side. Crawford again. Cross-court swing picked up by McKenna Anderson. Emery will set it. It's cross-court swing is on the way. Good by Rebecca Lemka. One of their senior outsides. It's 15-8. Whippets by 7 again.
Great rally there by both teams. And an amazing dig over there, somehow keeping that alive. And Whippets finally get the point, up 15-8.
Bailey Freeze in the lineup. Ali Cedarberg will sit. And back for Minden is Grace Henson, another one of their seniors back at the service line. 15-8 Whippets. Long serve. Nice job by Bailey Foster. Watch that thing will go out of bounds. Miss serve. It's 15-9.
Yeah, perfect example of you got to know where you're at on the floor. And she saw it was going to go above her head almost as it was going by her. So let it go wisely. And another point here for the Bison.
Abby Renner back in the front row. Bailey Foster will sit out. And the serve by Crawford's a good one. Backpedal is McKenna Anderson. Bump set a long ways, and Lemke sends it over. Right there is Walgren. Porter, far side's Crawford with a swing, and it falls right in front of the back row with Kaylee Carr for Minden. It's 15-10. Bison chipping away.
Yep, just chipping away, getting a couple points here and there, and now only down 5, so still plenty of time yet in this first set to get a comeback.
Holy smokes, that's Micah Marvin down to one of the floor judges right in front of us. Can you believe that? Wow. Good swing by Lemke. Good dig that time by Walgren. Set by Porter. Far side. Crawford gets another swing, and the kill's on the way and good. Bison on a good rally. They're drawn within 4th. 15-11. Coach Radka, she's thinking about it. She hasn't burned a timeout yet. But nothing for the veteran Minden coach.
Yep. She's done a great job over the years. A lot of good talent to work with, and they've had a lot of successful years.
Morgan Griffin back at the service line in a 4-point game. Deep serve, Lemke set by Emery. Lemke's going to get another swing. It's in the net. Renner was there for the block just in case. 15-12. And now Minden's going to call their first timeout. Bison are winning 3, 15-12 in the first. Back to the Graph Event Center shortly on Kicks 96.1.
Allison just won a popularity contest.
Oh, thank you.
You're almost as popular as the Runza Southwest Chicken Salad.
Oh, what? Because it has crispy chicken, shredded cheddar, tortilla strips, taco seasoning, and salsa?
And Southwest Ranch. And yes,
I'd be more popular if I came with Southwest Ranch.
we all would. Come get the Southwest Chicken Salad at Runza today. Because Runza makes it all better.
Stop by Runza, North Highway 83 in McCook.
Rich and Mark back here at the Graph Event Center. What a rally, Mark. It looked like Minden was this thing was pulling away from it. It might be a double-digit win, but it's down to 3, 15-12. Bison passing the ball, getting good swings. They're finding open holes in their defense, aren't they?
Yeah, it's just been a great job executing on offense, defense. They've just done a tremendous job serving pretty decent as well, and forcing Minden to burn their first time out.
Griffin on the good serve. Back row pass nicely done. Emery has one. They go back set this time. Block, nice block by Kelly Crawford. Falls. Bison within 2, 15-13 in set number 1.
Great play at the net. Crawford had her hands up perfectly, pushed the ball back over into the middle of the court, down for the stuff block, 15-13.
Griffin on the good serve again. Emery gets a pass. Oh, dumped it over on 2. The old sneaky thing that setters do all the time. It's 16-13.
Yeah, that donut hole or campfire area, whatever you want to call it, and just a great awareness there by the setter. You can do that once or twice a set, and it took advantage of the opening there to get the kill.
16-13, much needed point side out once again for the Whippets. Victoria Hansen back at the service line. Back row pass by Walgren. Porter's there. Far side, Kelly Crawford gets a swing off a block. Hills on the wing, good. 16-14. She went outside, hit off her outside hands, a little tooling, if you want to call it a little bit. It's 16-14.
Yeah, just a great swing by Crawford's had some nice attacks here in this first set. And, yeah, Bison within 2 now.
Karsten Porter back to serve. Kuykendall's back in the front row for the Lady Bison down 2. Nice serve. Back row pass nicely done by Hansen. Little roll shot over. McCook's right there. Oh, overpassing that dug up. And can't be dug up. Dang it. A little miscommunication back row on who is going to take that pass into the net that time. And it's 17-14.
Haley Kopsa?
Coach Kopsa, yeah. He's got the kiddos.
The big tournament this last weekend?
Yeah.
At college?
Got to go to Texas this weekend.
Oh.
We went there last year.
Yeah, that's
Man,
right.
that was a trip. Holy smoke, 17-14. Passing again, breaks down Crawford's first pass in the net. Whippets up by 4, 18-14.
Yeah, just a perfect example, unfortunately, of the serve receive and getting your passing going. If it doesn't happen, then your offense breaks down, and unfortunately, another point for the Whippets.
And Coach Hoynes now adjusts his defense a little bit different off that pass. As watching it down below. Good first pass by Walgren. Porter's right there. Back set Crawford's from the right side of a block, and it falls. 19-14, so the Bison within 2, and the leads deficit up to 5 now.
Yep, had the double block set up there, just nowhere to go for her, and just stuff block right back on the Bison side of the net.
Back at the service line once again, Rebecca Lemke. Minden looking to go 5-0 in the season. Good first pass. Kuykendall, pass it in the net. Porter didn't have, she was there but couldn't quite dig it out. It's 20-14. First 1 to 20.
And unfortunately for Coach Hoynes, no timeouts left, so you can't stop the momentum here.
Yeah, it burned those 2 early because the lead was getting close to 10. And Minden's got 1 left, 20-14 Whippets. Lemke at the service line, back row pass Kuykendall. It's going to be set by Porter. It's going to be Renner with a big swing block to the play, and McCook can't keep it alive. The block came into play there. It's 21-14.
Yeah, great block there at the front, led by Emery, and just stuff block there. And another point here for the Whippets, now pulling away up by 7.
Rebecca Lemke back at the service line. 21-14. And, the low serve. I almost thought that was going to go in the net. It looks so low from up here. They set up to work the middle perfectly. Set up that time from Victoria Hansen to Mila Emery for the big kill. And the lead's back to 8, 22-14.
Yeah, it was just a 2-point game a little while ago, Rich.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Minden's gone on a roll, and, boy, they're up 8. That's why those timeouts, sometimes you can just get that momentum back.
It was 16-14,
yeah,
wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
It's a 6-0 run
by
Minden since that time. 22-14 Whippets. Lemke back at the service line. Low serve dug up by Walgren. Porter bumps set it behind the 10-foot line. Emma McConville getting some swings in that front row. We just checked in the ball game. Big swing by Carr, blocked by Renner, and it falls. Big block that time, Abby Renner, the senior middle. And that was a much-needed block, and point is 22-15.
Yeah, it'd be a great play there in the middle for the Bison, and much-needed side out. They're going to have a chance to get back. They've got to do it right now.
It's like Kuykendall's over there trying to get a finger wrapped up. Maybe it got hit, and
jammed it or something.
Exactly right. Good dig that time. Minden that time shoots it far side. Carr roll shot, fisted by Porter, set by Foster from the back row. Walgren will send it over. That's going to be 2 hits. You got to swing. You got to swing.
Yep, the new rule this year, you can have double contact or 2 hits on your side of the net, but if you push it over, then it's going to be called. And the officials caught it. So,
that's my wife. I just groan at that thing. It's like, come on. But it takes the place of all those double hits that you call.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
23-15 Whippets by 8 again. It was just 2. And again, a big-time run by the Whippets. Bison mistakes again. Mila Emery, big swing. Big pickup by Crawford back row. The setup for Walgren, big swing, out of bounds, long. Boy, she was, her transition was really good. Yeah. It was a high set to boot, and it went long. And here's set point number 1, 24-15. As McKenna Anderson, libero's back at the service line for Minden High School. Back row pass by Foster, going to be set by Porter. Far side, Walgren gets another swing. Off a block, falls in. The kill by Jaylee Walgren keeps the Bison alive. 24-16, set point number 2 coming up.
Yeah, great swing by Crawford, able to get it off the block, down for the kill. Side out as Foster will go back to the service line here for McCook as Minden has set point number 2.
Morgan Griffin back in the front row with Walgren and also Kuykendall's back in there as well. Good dig by Morgan. It's by Hansen going to set up off the fingertips of Carr. Didn't get all of it. Or that was Cedarburg, beg your pardon. Walgren, big swing. Good dig. Kept alive. Minden's right there. Big swing by Cedarburg. And it was blocked at the play at the net that time, Mark, but it fell. Bison fall in the first set. Hats off to them. They rallied. Yeah. They were down big early. They cut it down to 16-14. And then 25-16 that time.
Yep, just a great effort there coming back in that second part of the set, but just couldn't overcome it. And Minden, to their credit, made the plays down the stretch and get this first set 25-16.
Mark and I were back with set number 2 in just a moment. Bison Volleyball kicks 96-1. Richard Mark back here at the Graf Event Center. 1 set in the books, 25-16 in the first. Bison don't get in a hole early in this second set because Minden might not let you back into it.
Yep, exactly, because Coach Hoynes had to burn his first 2 timeouts before like 15, and just didn't have anything to stop the momentum again. So, yeah, just got to come out stronger and better in that first part of the set and give them a chance to win this set because they got to win this one. Otherwise, this first match will be over.
When the Bison in system, boy, they worked their offense. Really, they got Walgren going a couple of times. They got Crawford going. Renner at the net. They had a lot of good things going. Looked pretty good at times. But on the flip side, passing broke down. And, boy, if you don't pass, you don't look very good.
Yep, exactly. It just sets up your offense. If you can't pass well, it just makes you look out of sync, and things just don't transition as well on the offensive side of things. So we'll see what the Bison can do here in set number 2.
By the way, I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning. One of our floor, the R2, the floor official, Georgie Cornwell, Republican Valley grad in the Gothenburg area. And he and his partner, I cannot remember his name, are doing the matches for the 3 days. He said, be nice. I said, come on. These guys always do a really good job. As Minden comes out swinging. Emery, good dig by Crawford. Porter's right there. Renner kind of flat-footed, sent it over. Chance for the Whippets right here. It's going to be Mila Emery going down the line. Good dig. Foster over passing. Almost fell. Good save by Minden. And the swing is out of bounds. Wide by Victoria Hansen. The Bison get a point first.
Yep, tacking error there gives the Bison the point. So great start to this set, up 1-0. And this will take it. Hopefully can continue getting some points here. A little run going here for the Bison.
Kirsten Porter back at the service line. 1-0 Bison lead down a set. First pass by Lemke. Emery. Good dig by Foster. Far side. Walgren off her fingertips that time blocked. Minden keeps it alive. Tapped over the block. Kept alive by Crawford. Good keep that time. Walgren. Big swing. Cross-court kills. Good. The perfect bump set that time. Right to Jaylee Walgren, hammered it down. It's 2-0 McCook.
Walgren got on top of that ball and just hammered it right to the floor. So great swing, great execution there by the Lady Bison.
Karsten Porter back at the service line, 2-0 Bison lead. Good start to the second set. Line drive serve. Good setup by Hansen. Emery tips it over. Right there is Walgren. Set by Porter. Work the middle this time to Renner. Back corner is wide. Out of bounds by about a foot. She gave it a shot that time. It's 2-1.
Yeah, right idea. Just too much on it. It goes out of bounds. So side out to the Whippets. They get to serve for the first time here in set number 2.
Rebecca Lemka back at the service line for Minden. They're looking for win number 5 of the season. Starting off 4-0 and an invite win at their place and an ace serve. Kind of went past Coogan all that time. And Crawford, I think, thought she was going to connect, and she didn't. And Cowley couldn't dig it up at the ace serve. We're tied at 2.
Yeah, and Lemka's a lefty, so it's kind of comes off her arm just a little bit different than the other servers. So just got to try to find it a little bit quicker.
2-2 ball game. Lemke on the good serve. Back row pass by Foster right there. Porter has to tap it over. Sent back over by Emery that time. Nice save by Foster in the net on the third chance. Renner tried to tip it over, fisted over, and that's 3 straight for Minden. Sets McCook start off 2-0.
Yeah, it's been a game of runs here in the second set. 2 for McCook and now 3 for Minden.
Rebecca Lemke back at the service line. 3-2 Whippets in set number 1. 25-16 Minden in the first. Lemke. Back row pass by Walgren and just fisted barely by Crawford. Couldn't keep it alive for a third hit. 10-point Minden. It's 4-2.
Tell you, Lemke's been serving tough in the back row here for Minden here on this little run here for the Whippets in set number 2.
Yeah, I like watching college volleyball is to watch the servers and who's got that thing dancing the most and impossible once again to pick up. Good dig by Walgren and sent over by Renner, and that serve hit the top of the tape. Emery taps it over, and nobody covered down. Crawford was trying to get there and couldn't do it. That's a 5-0 run. It's 5-2 Whippets in set number 2.
Coyne's just desperately trying to get girls to get something going here because Minden's starting to run away with it here early in the second set.
By the way, varsity playing here, JVs over the high school playing, the reserves, so that's why both teams, their bench is not that long. Tapped over by Walgren. They're going to be 2 hits, or actually net violation going to be called against Minden. That was a much-needed point for the Bison. It's 5-3.
Yep, we'll take that error there by the Whippets. So Bison, let's see if they can go on a run here, now trailing by 2.
Jilly Walgren back at the service line in a 5-3 ball game. Back row pass by Anderson. Libero Hansen, pushed over by Emery. Right there's Kuykendall, shoots the far side of Crawford. Back row pick up by Lemke. Hansen will set it up near side with a left hand that time, and nope, the pass was too wide. Kaylee Carr reached back, but it was outside the antenna. Right. Point McCook, they draw within 1.
Yep, now 4-5. Now McCook within 1.
Walgren back at the service line. Nice serve right there. Libero served right at her. They dump down to Emery, and again tapped it over the block, and Bison are covering. All right. Well, you're waiting for the hammer.
Right.
You're waiting for the hammer, bigger in life, and you're not thinking about covering down and off a tip, but she's done it a couple of times.
Yep. That's kind of her go-to shot here lately.
Yeah.
She's been just tipping it right over the defenders over on the far sideline.
Seeing McCook sneak up, then she'll unleash that big right hand that. One that's averaging over 5 kills a set. 6-4 Minden on the serve. Crawford. Porter reached up and it just barely popped over by Renner. Chance for Minden this time. Hansen works at the middle this time of the swing by Allie Cedarberg. The sophomore middle is good at 7-4. Whippets by 3.
Yeah, Cedarberg was going all in for that, and she just hammered it and able to get it off the defender's hands, down for the kill, 7 for Minden.
By the way, you have not said anything yet about our attendance.
Oh, yeah. There are still plenty of good seats available, folks, if you want to come out.
Plenty of good seats available. Good dig by Foster right there is Porter far side. Crawford down the line, partially tipped and fell that time. Looked like it was going line. I think she was maybe going cross a little bit more, but it hit a hand. Nobody could dig it up at 7-5.
Yep, nice play there by the Bison. Of course, if you can't make it, make sure you're tuning in to Rich and I here on Kicks. And we're also on our YouTube channel if you want to watch it.
Kicks 96.1, our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. Again, we're a YouTube channel only for the Chase County Minden game to follow. Back with both coming up in the final game. Off the block of Griffin and out of bounds off McCook point. Minden's 8-5.
Well, those cases where you got to have your hands turned in so you keep the ball in play. Otherwise, it kind of went off her hand out of bounds. So, but a great swing there by Minden.
Mila Emery back at the service line. And an 8-5 Whippet lead here in the second. Bison playing them tough. Down the line, Walgreens right there. Porter chases it down, bump set, and Morgan Griffin off a block on it. It falls on McCook's side. I thought she was going to avoid the block a little bit, just a little bit more. But Cedarburg right there, it's 9-5. Coach Trevor Hoynes will call timeout. 9-5 in the second. Back to the Graf Event Center next on Kicks 96.1.
MNB, there is a difference. MNB.
At M&B Bank, banking feels like home. Built on trust, powered by community, and designed for you. With hassle-free checking and savings, secure mobile banking, and real support from real people, banking has never been easier. Open your account today. Fast, easy, and 100% local, just like us. M&B Bank, there is a difference. Member FDIC.
MNB, there is a difference. MNB.
Rich and Mark back here at the Graf Event Center. We haven't gave her a shout out yet.
Oh.
I didn't think she was here yet.
Oh.
I think she's on the way. That crazy lady from Beckelman, Jeanette Wonderly. She's here to watch her daughter-in-law coach in the next 2 matches. So, you know, she was really nice. She would go to Subway and give us some sandwiches and bring over for dinner. If she was really a nice friend, really a good person, like she says she is, she would go, you know, get us a couple of sub sandwiches. What's your favorite? You know,
right.
Club. I'll take a meatball. You know, just kidding, Jeanette. Just kidding. All right, 9-5. First time out taken by Coach Hoynes. Bison got to stay close, don't they?
Yep, they sure do. Can't afford to get too far behind here against this good Minden team.
Mila Emery back at the service line and a 9-5 Whippet lead. First pass by Crawford, bump set by Porter, 10-foot line. Griffin has to push it on. They got to call 2 hits. They're going to call it. Boy, you got to be leery of that. 10-5. It's almost a case from now on, you just got to smack it or bump it.
Yep, exactly. Take away the a chance for the official to call that.
Exactly right. Emery back at the service line. Short serve. Good pickup by Walgren. Far side Crawford goes wide out of bounds. Went line that time when went wide. It's 11-5. Minden by 6 now in set number 2.
Yeah, trying to hit that far sideline, but just a little bit too far out of bounds. And another point for the Whippets.
Back at the service line, Mila Emery. Down the line, Crawford's right there. Porter reaches up for it and then bumped over by Crawford. Couldn't get anything set up that time. Should have crossed court, and the swing that time as Kaylee Carr is way high and out of bounds. And point to McCook is 11-6. You know what? We haven't had any touches for the judges, judges, nothing like that yet. Yeah. And those guys are probably thinking, let's not even think of that. It's good. Make it easy. Back set, slide. Cedarburg over a block. Didn't quite get the full effect on the slide that time, but enough to hit it off a hand that time. It's 12-6.
It wasn't quite like Andy Jackson, but she tried. But it was effective. She got it off the hands and down for the kill, so another point for Minden.
Isn't that a thing of beauty?
Oh, geez.
Isn't that a thing of beauty? Golly. 12-6. Kaylee Carr back at the service line for Minden. Up 6 in the second, up a set. Porter worked the middle of the time to Crawford over a block. Good dig that time. Minden bump set by Anderson and swung over that time by Micah Peterson. Bison with a chance. Crawford swing, blocked, and point. Minden, Cedarburg, and Peterson were both there for the double block. It's 13-6.
Yeah, they had their hands in great position and just right there. There's just nowhere to go for the attack, and unfortunately it goes on the Bison side of the floor.
So it's up to a 7-point game again. Minden going for it. We played best 2 out of 3 in this one. Foster the good first time, kind of get a little sideways. Walgren, and it won't go over on the third chance. Bison passing game, 14-6 Whippets in the second.
For Coach Hoynes, do you burn that second time out or you hold on to it? But you can't afford to let it get too far out of the way.
He heard you that time, Mark. He heard you. He'll burn that second time out. We're back to the Graph Event Center shortly on Kicks 96.1.
Kylie is a Runza burger lover.
Especially if it's smothered with sauteed onions and French onion dip and topped with Swiss cheese.
Ah, sounds like you just had the French onion burger at Runza.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Are you crying?
Yeah, it's the onions. Wait, are you crying?
Yeah, because I love the French onion burger. Come get yours today, because Runza makes it all better.
Stop by Runza, North Highway 83 in McCook.
Rich and Mark back here at the Graph Event Center. It's 14-6. You know, McCook contributions have been from everybody. I know it's my first chance. It's actually my second time. We saw him at the Jamboree matches with Southwest and Perkins County. But, gosh, you look at it, your veterans. And Jalen Kirkendall, Jr., has been playing very well off the bench. And Emma McConville, kind of her first match as a freshman. You know, things might not go so hot this match. They still got one more. But this team's going to get better throughout the season.
Yep, they sure will. They've got to get everybody gelled together and get that continuity. And more matches they play, you're going to see them come together and play even better. So, yeah, I look for good things for this Bison team.
The big serve by Carr, hard serve, good dig by Foster. Back set Crawford gets a swing, kind of flat-footed, didn't have a lot on at that time. Bump set by Anderson. Big swing by Emery. Was it 4 hits? I don't think a block. They're going to call 4.
Yep.
That's the first time I think we've had 4 hits in this game.
I think you're right.
By the way, my football broadcast partner is Lance Frazier. Thank you, Lance, for taking care of me. He sent me a note, and I corrected it. Good serve by Crawford. Good first pass, and Emery sets up in the middle. Big swing. Cross-court kills on the way and good for Ali Cedarberg, and it's 15-7.
Yeah, just a great swing cross-court, able to hit the sideline and side out to Minden.
As Whippets go to the bench, Bailey Freeze will check back in. Cedarberg will sit. 15-7. Whippets trying to get the sweep here after winning set number 1, 25-16. That was a first set where Minden got off to a huge lead. McCook rallied to get it within 2, and then Minden closed it out. Whippets with a chance. Lemke, this lefty, goes cross-court. Crawford's right there, set by Porter. Griffin didn't get a lot on at that time. Set maybe a little tad low. Minden a chance, and in the net, it's going to be Peterson. It was point. It went through the block.
Yeah.
It's just tough to see up here.
Yeah.
Through the block and falls 16-7.
Yeah, I wasn't for sure which side of the net
yeah,
it fell
me too.
on, so.
Almost looked like McCook had a solid block, but not the case. 16-7 ball game. 9-point lead. Has not been 10 in either match until Crawford's going to be called for 2 hits until now. 17-7. Callie in between going, should I set it or should I bump it? And
Yeah, just a tough one.
We'll see Coach Hoynes. Summer night, a sophomore is going to check in for the first time. Callie Crawford will sit. 17-7. Been in first double-digit lead of the night. Low serve right there is McConville. Going to be set by Porter. Back set, big swing by Griffin off a block. Minden keeps it alive. And out of bounds long, Micah Peterson. No touch, just 17-8 Bison with about 9 more of those.
Yep. Nice service, or a good service attack error there for Minden, I should say. And much needed side out here. Just got to chip away here as best they can.
Abby Renner will check in the service line as Morgan Griffin service line. Abby Renner back in the front row. Lemke swing, partially blocked in the net. Dug by Walgren. Porter. Jaylee will get another chance. Big swing off a block, and it falls. Nice transition that time. Jaylee Walgren off the block of Bailey Freeze that time. And the Bison get a couple of points, 17-9.
Yeah, nice little run here. Walgren with another great swing. Good to see her get going there in the front row.
Griffin to the service line. A nice solid serve. Back row pass by Carr. Chasing after it is Peterson. And a tough one to handle that time. In the net with the third pass. And a point from McCook at 17-10. Or we're going to see a repeat what we saw in the first set.
I think we sure might. As Bison now 3 straight here, 17-10.
Griffin back at the service line again. Aggressive serving. Set over by Emery. Donut was open again on the center dump. That time it's 18-10.
Yeah, about 1 or 2 times a set he can do that, and she saw the opening and took advantage of it. And unfortunately for the Bison, couldn't dig it out, so another point for the Whippets.
Victoria Hansen back to serve for Minden. Here is set number 2. On the serve, down the line this time. McConville kind of shanked it a little bit. It's going to be an ace serve. Went out the freshman that time, and it's 19-10.
You guys got a big football game coming up Friday?
Yeah.
Aurora?
Road trip to home of the Huskies. Boy, there's been some games
Battles.
in the last 25 years of that place. That's for sure. Hard serve out of bounds, long with a missed serve that time for Minden. And Point McCook, it's 19-11.
Yep.
Gosh, I can still remember those early 2000 games. Oh my gosh, just some monster regular season games, just some monster playoff games.
A lot of great history between these two programs.
Some fun things have happened there, and some disappointments have happened there as well. Deep serve by Porter, and line drive serve. Behind the 10-foot line is Emery in the nets. She had to go a ways back to rip at that one. It's Point McCook. It's 19-12. Minden still with that 7-point lead.
Yep, and they do have 2 timeouts left. McCook out of timeouts.
By the way, Mr. Nichols said no prime rib in the hospitality room tonight.
Okay.
Dang it. It's like, come on.
Step it up.
Come on. 19-12. Hansen shoots across court. Emery roll shot picked up by Walgren. Porter back set. Kirkendall in the nets. And points. Minden the first to 20. It's 20-12.
Yep. That 20-point barrier is where you want to get to, and unfortunately for the Bison, Minden gets there first, leading by 8 here in set number 2.
Rebecca Lemka back at the service line in an 8-point Minden lead. Bison need a run to get going here. On the good serve, right there is Summer Knight. Going to be bumped set by Porter, 10-foot line. It's Foster gets a swing. Hansen will set it up here near side, reaching back. I think I would have been out of bounds that time. Kaylee Carr, and it was touched by Summer Knight. It's 21-12.
Yeah, it would have been real close, but unfortunately got her hand up there, couldn't keep it in play. And another point for the Whippets now up by 9.
I'm interested in a Chase County Minden game because Chase County played Ogallala very tough last week in the season opener at Ogallala. Longhorns won the first set and dropped the next 3, so that's going to be interesting coming up. Set by Porter, work the middle to Abby Renner, and wide. Trying to pick in that back corner a little bit, out of bounds, and it's back to a double-digit lead, 22-12.
I was looking for a touch, but no, just a little bit too high on the attack, so out of bounds, another point for the Whippets.
Callie Crawford will check back in the lineup. And the Bison need some magic right here to happen. Down 10 late in the second set. Back at the service line, once again, Rebecca Lemka. Dug by Crawford, set by Porter, far side, big swing, Kirkendall. Boy, was a block there. Bison keep it alive. Tapped over by Kirkendall. It's kept alive by Minden. On the back set, punched over by Micah Peterson. Set back over. Chance for the Minden right here. Peterson, big swing, blocked by Renner into the touch. Yeah, there was a touch right there. The Bison get a point. It's 22-13.
Yeah, just a nice job there defensively by the Bison. A great block, and it did touch Minden on the way down, so side out here for McCook.
And I think that was Kaylee Carr who had the swing that time instead for Minden. I think it said Peterson. On the serve by Walgren, and it goes off the hands that time of McKenna Anderson. Libero went backwards. Ace serve. McCook gets a point, 22-14.
I love that. Tough serving by the senior Walgren. Great job there.
Jaylee back at the service line.
Need about 10 more of those.
Exactly right. On the good serve. Anderson handles it well this time. Hansen, far side. Mila Emery cross-court kills as they pick on Crawford there at the right at the 10-foot line. On left side, 23-14 with the kill. Back at the service line is McKenna Anderson. Got the libero shirt on for this one, 2 points away from the sweep. Back row pass by Foster, set by Porter. Back set this time, Renner, blocked there, kept alive. Bump set Renner. And overpass, fisted by Walgren, chased down by Foster, and now free balled over by Walgren. Chance for the Whippets right here. Lemka, it's going to be Hansen, set up for Cedarburg. Big swing, good dig by Porter. Kept alive. Walgren by the 10-foot line. Fisted by Anderson. Tapped over by Crawford. And the kill's on the way and good. Back and forth, kept alive. Nice job, Callie, that time, 23-15.
Super rally and a great effort by the Bison. A couple of chances to go to the floor, but they're able to dig it up and keep it alive, and they finally do get the point.
If McCook, even though they don't win this set, if they can get some momentum, get some
positive,
confidence toward the end of this set, that'll help them for the final match coming up later. Cedarburg out of bounds. Wow. Boy, the bottom fell in.
Yeah.
It just got a lot of top spin. I thought that thing was sailing out of bounds. Got top spin, hit the line. Good call. 24-15 is match point number 1.
Yeah, I would have did the same thing. I thought the water up here, it's going way out, but it just dove at the last second, hit the end line.
Match point number 1, Mila Emery back at the service line. 24-15, it's going to go out of bounds. Took off, floated out of bounds, points McCook. Match point number 2 coming up at 24-16.
South wind came up there, Rich.
Exactly right. Goes through those, the windows, the brick wall, and still affects the play. Emma McConville back at the service line. Short serve, good dig Minden. Jump set by Emery. Big swing by Cedarburg off a block, and there's your point, and there's your match. Identical, 25-16, 25-16. Minden wins it. We'll wrap up match number 1 here from the Graph Event Center here shortly on Kicks 96.1.
There's a new tomorrow on the other side of the horizon. There are promises to honor, work that needs to be done, friendships to enjoy, and people that count on each other. These are the things that tie our communities together. They always have, and they always will. Build your tomorrow with a bank you can rely on. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Behavioral health services can be found close to home. Community Hospital Behavioral Health offers services for adults and children, including counseling and medication management right here in McCook. Conditions treated include depression, anxiety, ADHD, PTSD, and more. Call 308-344-8280 for an appointment, 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Monday through Thursday. We're your community hospital. Advanced care, always there.
Rich Barnett, Mark Searcy back at the MCC Graph Event Center. Final score is this one, 25-16, 25-16. You know, McCook, again, first set got behind so much. They had a rally, did a good job. Second set, they hung in there for the most part. Once again, and hung in there for a while, but it was Chase County. It was Minden just kind of pulling away.
Yep. They just made some difficult attacks and just dug the ball just a little bit better and just made the plays from the service line as well, and just an all-around pretty good effort there by Minden. And Bison will have to regroup and get ready for their next match coming up after this one against Chase County.
So our friends over, our listeners on Kicks 96.1, you go back to music. We'll come back later for Chase County McCook. On the Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel, we'll have Chase County and Minden. We'll get to that coming up here in just a little bit. Kicks 96.1, highplainsradio.net, and the Kicks 96.1 app.
Looking for a bank? Welcome to Horizon Bank, your local partner for all things financial. With checking, savings, CDs, and loans tailored to your goals, they make managing your